Hello, hello. Welcome to episode 6. So we're rolling into a new month, and this month's theme is the courage to live what has changed. So we were talking last month about the changes that were occurring, who we were versus who we want to be, but now we're being asked to step in to what has changed and to really live it. And that takes courage, courage to change, courage to stay the same, courage to accept where you are. And so the question revolving around week one, whether in this video or further explanation in the article on Substack or in the personal reflection in the sanctuary, can I trust what I know? Can you? July revealed what needed attention, and awareness created a new understanding. We've become fully, or at least trying to fully become who we're desiring to be, getting to know ourselves differently through different eyes. Quick note, I always have notes, so if I look down, please know that I am not someone who memorizes everything, and I got to check my talking points to keep me on point. Life can feel uncomfortable. Life can get quieter. Life can get louder. Quiet can be mistaken for uncertainty. But maybe quiet is where we need to first take that initial step. Quiet might be where we start to begin to trust the inner workings of our own selves. There always comes a season with growth asks us to trust what we've already learned. You've been there. You've lived through it. You've explored it. You've experienced it. Trust in your own self. Trust that your body has recorded the information. Trust that your eyes seen what it needs to be seen or your ears heard. And especially over July being very throat chakra, ears, eyes, nose, shoulders, hands. We're now moving into a more heart-centered month and emotion. Trust is built through experience. It isn't found. It isn't just handed out. It isn't like, here it is, have some trust, buy some trust, right? It's not, it doesn't work like that. It's a universal energy, kind of like love. It's not really a feeling. It's an energy and it's earned. Trust grows through lived experience. We know what we're capable of because we have tried it, tried, trusted, and true. You've tried it. The universe is asking you to step out of the comfort zone and to realize that just because the things have always been one particular way doesn't mean that way is the only way. And we have to begin to trust something new, something unknown, something unseen. And that's where the trust in ourselves comes from. If I trust that I make the best decisions, then therefore, when I decide, I will be making the best choice in that moment, whether I know where the direction's going to go. We always keep searching after we have grown, right? Oh, there's always more. There could be more. Am I enough? Our worth has us like, am I worthy enough? Maybe I need to do more. Maybe I need to do better. We don't have to keep searching outside of ourselves because one thing about the Mercury in retrograde that we have come out of, and we're very, very close. We're about a week away from Mercury moving into Leo and really spring shotting some of this energy forward, is the fact that the inner workings. We don't have to search for what's outside of us because it comes from within. I don't need you to trust me or my loved ones to trust me. I have to value that trust in myself. And I say this and this to you because it's the same for you. You trust you. Trust in yourself, and you will find that you will invite the people in that complement, highlight, and support what you trust in yourself. You're the only one who needs to give yourself permission. And we've learned that by stripping some of the layers off of us over the last few weeks. Wisdom asks to be lived. See, and this is where it gets really interesting because in youth and our naivety, we're going out and exploring and we're doing things and we don't know what we're doing. So we're just trying everything we can try. And then as we age and we grow and become wise, we're like, I've already done that. I may not need to do it again, but something is the wisdom is the naivety. So the expert has to be the beginner and the beginner becomes the expert. It's full cycle. It continues to cycle around. So explore, live, create your own wisdom. Find that journey and trust within yourself. Experience becomes confidence, right? How many times have you started a new job and they said, don't worry about speed. Speed will come if you get the accuracy. Take your time and get the accuracy down. When you get the accuracy down, everything else comes. This is experience becoming confidence. Take your time. There is no rush. You are not in a race with anyone. You are perfect where you're at. I don't care if you buy your first home at 17, 27, 37, or 67. It is okay, because if that's where you're meant to be, that is where you're meant to be. And everybody has different lived experience, and your lived experience is incredibly valuable, no matter how you've experienced it. Because only you can bring that experience to the table with the rest of us, just like I can only bring you the experience I've been through. We're all valuable and we're all exactly where we're supposed to be. Confidence actually becomes incredibly quiet. So that stillness, that quietness that's a little unnerving, that's the confidence beginning to pick up speed. And it will become loud in its own time, but confidence is actually quite quiet. So, can you apply these anywhere? The wisdom to parenting, maybe the wisdom to healing or relationships or to your career. Looking outside of yourself in these, are you looking to other parents to give you approval? Are you looking for someone else to set your boundaries for you? Where are you involved in this? The trust is built within through your own personal experience. And it's not about searching for answers. It's about understanding that we carry all the answers. And July has stripped us bare. And so we realize that moving forward has nothing to do with the permission outside of ourselves. It has everything to do with, hey, this is who I am, and I'm just going to go this way. Okay? Okay. We'll see you there. Right? So in the We Grow with the trees teaching, in this layer is the trunk. It's living with integrity. The trunk stands firm in who and what it has become. The trunk is that part of the tree that is that I am, right? It's each ring that grows and it owns each ring. And it's that solid stability, standing in what has become true. The trunk supports the whole tree, just like the solar plexus supports the whole body. It is part of that trunk that I am, that this is my truth, my vitality. Growth is the structure. It's not about remaining the same and not doing anything. It's not about adding one more layer or one more ring. Growth is adding more. And stability develops over time. Think of the little sapling that blows around in the wind versus the larger trees that are solid, and it takes gale force wind to knock them down. Strong trees continue growing because they trust their roots. They're not trusting anything outside of it. They trust in their own trunk to stand firm and the roots to hold. The tree continues to grow because the foundation has become trustworthy. And that's what July was asking us, is to pull back, right? Peel back on that to see what our foundation is. And August is really asking us to bring that sap up from the roots and flow through our bodies, and allowing us to own the circulation and to own, I don't know, it's just the electrical charge that runs through us and allows that vitality to pump and to force that confidence in a slow building ability. And that's what's so beautiful about it, because the confidence will be there long before you recognize it mentally, emotionally, or even spiritually. The body will hold that confidence and exude it for you. So we navigate in the conversation right now. The pace is softening and it's not as busy as July. Harmony is going to become easier to recognize. Relationships will seek greater balance because we have time to like, okay, this is the new me. Can we participate in coming up with these new compromises? Quiet confidence again begins replacing the need for proof, and we begin appreciating what growth has already created. So growth arrives through what has already changed. So really big this week. Venus is really big. So she's going to be activating our appreciation, our value, our beauty, and our harmony. So what do we want to build together with this newfound sense of self? The Sun and Saturn conversation is building integrity, stewardship, and that, of course, that quiet confidence that's there, that vitality, the strength in our roots, plus allowing that beautiful life force to rise through us. So August is a really great time to implement new healing practices, new wellness practices, maybe attend a group event or two, and just integrate all of these shifts and changes into, right? Because we're creating a new ring. And every time we create a new ring, we build upon those experiences with us. We are midway into, or at least a good portion into Leo season. So we're going to be living from the heart. Just feel the pulse of the earth beating within us and around us. After everything that we've been through in July, it's just, we get to integrate this. Last week was the full moon. Coming up next week is the solar eclipse, the first of two eclipses in this eclipse season. And it's just allowing us to accept what we have just become aware of, what we have learned, and to really fully integrate into who we are becoming. And this is what brings us back to the courage to live through what has changed. Everything around you could be the same routine, the same process, the same family, everything. But if you have shifted slightly, this is a very different outlook. And do you have the courage to step into that vibrancy? And we live in the body awareness. So the heart and cardiovascular system are incredibly important this month. Circulation, vitality, rhythm, nourishment, life force. The heart continually circulates life. Healthy circulation nourishes the entire body, gets everything out to our fingers and our toes, which are incredibly important, right? Because a lot of times the body will protect what's inside the internal organs, and we want to get it all the way out to the fingers and the toes. Growth needs movement. This month is slower in the energies, but it's also a reminder that maybe we need to get out and move some of this nervous energy out, get to some ecstatic dances or authentic dances or movement exercises of any kind. Just get the energy out, have the energy flow for you. Appreciation allows life to circulate. What can you look around you? Even right now, look around your room, look around your house, look in the mirror. What is there to appreciate? What value is there? What is still there? Remember, another week I talked about taking that first sip of my coffee. I sit in appreciation of that one moment at the beginning of the day, and it leads to many moments of appreciation. Trust creates openness. I don't have to worry about what's around me, and neither do you. You're not worried about the outside world. Trust is an inner working. And as you learn to trust yourself, your openness with the world around you begins to shift and change. Self-doubt will often create contraction. So trust, we open, self-doubt, we close. And this is very heart-centered. So we're watching the hearts, the chest, the lungs, the shoulder blades, right? That are in the mid-back. We're watching the mid-back region. This is very heart chakra centered month. So anything to support that. Pay attention to, right? Your posture. Open that heart, open to trust. And when you find yourself shrinking, ask, where's the doubt? Where's the doubt creeping in? Sap nourishes the tree, blood nourishes the body. Both rely on healthy circulation. Wisdom is meant to move through every part of our life. So as we do that, just understand that we're bringing this electrical life, this flourishing life through our body, and we're allowing ourselves to grow and to just be enriched with this. And this is why we were clearing space over the last couple of months, so we could feel this quiet confidence oozing up in towards who we are and giving us the courage, right, to live with what has changed. So August begins a lot quieter of a conversation. I find it so heartwarming. And trust grows through experience. So appreciation deepens the confidence, and growth is something we live. We are always growing and expanding. So wisdom is when we have the courage to live through change by trusting ourselves. We grow, we navigate, we live. And again, feel free to subscribe, click the bell for notifications on YouTube. And also in the description, you have access to the Substack article and to join the Living Tree Sanctuary, which is where we have all of our interactive reflection questions and also our live and free events that go on there. So everybody take care, and I will see you next week.